Hiya.
All right.
So, Speaker's Corner, not what it normally is. If you pan the camera around to what it is, looks like it's pretty empty at the moment.
Certainly is empty. I'll come back towards you in a minute. It's empty except for the outsiders, visitors, the usual people walking past.
So we've got a few of the old diehards hanging around, having a little bit of chats around the park area. Yeah, so as soon as we get out of this lockdown, and I think in the next few weeks we'll get back to some kind of normality again, whatever the new normal is going to be. And a good thing that could come out of it, we can start, getting back to some sensible debates again. Talking about more other issues other than religion. We can, debate.
That'll be nice.
Theories of why we're in this situation we are now, and moving on. So we shall see.
Would you say you prefer it this way, as it is empty? Well, not empty, I guess, but not non-religious speakers here. And
it's nice to have the debates going. A bit of a crowd here, but from the policing side, it's a lot easier. I got to say. So.
Okay, it's nice to see you. What about the past few weeks? You've been having a break, or you've been visiting anyway to try and keep it calm amongst the usual?
Yeah, I was here last Saturday when we had the protests. I was in the background of that, although I wasn't actually involved with it. I was off last Sunday. So back this week. Back here next week. It's been an interesting couple of months, I've got to say.
What would you say you've been missing then, considering you've been here pretty much every Sunday of the while the Speaker's Corner has been on?
Missing
the drama, the confrontations.
Missed a lot of good friends I made here.
Oh yeah,
and some very interesting conversations.
Oh, right.
So I don't miss a lot of the drama, that's for sure. I don't have to get my pen out so much and sort out complaints and other bits and pieces. So that's been a lot easier.
Okay, now after seeing the whole COVID break, once we've returned to normal, what would you like to see differently then?
I want to see lots of new speakers.
Okay.
And just carry on the traditions that we, what Speaker's Corner is all about. We're going through very strange times in the world, a lot of uncertainty. But it's a good platform for us, everybody, to come and talk about these uncertainties, and most importantly, to get the message out that freedom of speech is very much alive, and it's not under threat. This is the crown jewel and freedom of speech in this country, and it is very much open and ready for future debates.
Would you say it would potentially make people overall, not just the Speaker's Corner, generally out and about, more tolerant, more understanding, more appreciative of each other?
That's a difficult one. I would say, especially over the last week, the mood of the public's been very good, especially today. I mean, everybody's been very tolerant. There's been no resentment I've come across at all. Everybody's been great. But we don't know. We're living in uncertain times. We don't know what's going to happen with the government and the lockdown in the future, and how people's lives are affected. And as we know, the repercussions, what happens in the world, comes back to the platform of speakers. So,
oh yeah, very true.
We'll just have to deal with it as we go along.
Okay, now also, where do you think we stand at the moment? How soon are we likely to see it go back to normal?
Well, a new normal, I can only guess that, but I would imagine in the next few weeks we will start to see larger groups allowed to use the area a little bit more. You can see across the park now we're getting quite a few gatherings of friends and family getting out to enjoy the parks, and it looks like a normal everyday in the park. So we are very close to that, and you can look out on the roads and the cars and the buses and people around. So we are very close to where we were before. So yeah.
Okay, well, nice to hear your view, sir, and we hope to have it back to normal. And the whole point of it should have been to learn from each other and perhaps pass each other's, messages to each other as opposed to, fighting and
That's it.
I guess one saying, look, I'm better than you, or my opinion or my view is better than yours, and that sort of thing. And it should be just a platform where everybody can put forward their views and opinion, rather than blame one another and
Less
like I
shouting
said,
and more listening to
that's
each other.
right, yeah. Okay, thank you very much, and
Thank you.
thanks for your help for keeping it peaceful while it's been on for so many years, and I shall hope we see it back to normal in the nearest future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take
And
care.
have a good day.
Yeah. In terms of the economy and
Do you know how long ago
salaries.
student grants were
Technology.
removed? It's not just like a last year or two
No,
thing.
Need to understand that it's a negative thing for having most of the youth going into universities. It has to be limited to the very cream of the population. Otherwise, it's meaningless. And that's what we think that we could just mould anyone to be a professor or a mechanic or a nuclear scientist or whatever.
It's not COVID, is it? Better step away. Oh, okay.
Steve, I think you like this one. Can I chime in here? Mohammed Hijab
Oh, and Erddig.
and Ali Dawar, or whatever his name is. Where are they?
Isn't it an auspicious day?
Have you given up brown nosing hijab now?
So you're missing hijab and Ali Dawa.
Ali Dawar, yeah, where are they?
They're online.
They shall be back.
And Christian Prince was going to call yesterday.
I see the anti.
But he wasn't Skype.
So just curious, why is he called Christian Prince? I mean,
When I say perfect.
can anyone name themselves Prince and we start calling them Prince?
Yeah,
or?
there's plenty of. It's a common surname.
Not
It
really.
is
I don't
actually. I know someone who's.
I mean, if he's, I'm assuming he's from.
It's not his name.
Yeah, but I'm assuming he's from Iran, and I don't think they call
In England,
Prince.
you'll find it's quite common.
What if somebody's just
Not
flown?
princess, funnily enough, just Prince.
Prince, yeah. What if someone's just flown in from Iran a couple of years ago? Would you have assumed he could have been called Prince, King,
No,
or
it's
anything?
clearly a false
My
name.
enemy's enemy.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine.
Oh, then he is a Christian, so maybe his mother called him Christian. I don't know. His mother's a Christian, so
So why is it now beneficial?
she's
to
got a.
So who are you missing the most yourself?
I'm not. To be fair, I've got enough people to speak to. I would like to see Mohammed Hijab because he promised me a debate, and then all of this happened. So
Okay, well we shall wait, and I'm sure
I know.
he'll honour you with a
I quite like
debate.
speaking to Hashim,
by being positive towards it?
Mansour.
And who would you avoid speaking to that you dislike, perhaps? I'm asking you. I'm like, who would you not debate with?
Hebrew Israelites are a waste of time, in my experience, because they're very angry people and they don't like white people. Other than that, do you want to get any closer? I can see your credit card details.
Yeah, oh yeah. So
And your full name, cover it
I
up.
think I can trust you.
Yeah, well, you think that.
Okay, so Hebrew Israelites, you wouldn't
Yeah, not
chat with.
really. Flat earthers, it's not really my thing. So atheists and Muslims, I guess. I'm speaking to more atheists, I find, recently, because even though there is the hadith that Muhammad said there's no contagious disease, it's just the will of Allah, still Muslims have stayed away. I've been here every single week, even when it was just me alone. So I called into one of their shows and they muted me, and then said they didn't mute me. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't dislike any of the Dawa people. I like speaking to Shamsi. I like them as people. I just don't agree with their
Certain views.
interpretation. Yeah, that's it, and that's with all life. There's nobody who I wholeheartedly agree with other than Jesus. Really, like that's serious. Even my own daughter, like we can disagree, but I still love her as a person. So I'm not saying I feel as affectionate towards like Mansour as my daughter, but yeah, I don't dislike them. If I dislike them, I wouldn't try to tell them what I think is the truth, what I know is the truth.
Okay, so once COVID hopefully is eliminated and we do come back here, do you think it'll be a better place? People might have become more tolerant?
Potentially. I think that probably.
At the very same time.
I think initially there'll be like a honeymoon period of, but at the same time, people have been restricted today, which is Eid, from going to the mosque. There's been like marriages, church ceremonies are all kind of off. So in that respect, life has been irrevocably changed. But yeah, I think potentially for the better. All things work for the good of those who are called according to God's purpose.
That's a good view.
That's Romans 8:28. So I can see that there will be. The good thing about it is that people are forced to consider their own mortality. Therefore, they must ask themselves potentially, where are they going to go? Is there a God? So in that way, something
After
good
death.
has come, yeah. So something good has come of this big scare about death everywhere. Like people, and they've got time to read any scriptures, to pray, to reassess their life, which is a good thing. But at the same time, people are locked in at home with sexual abusers, with domestically violent partners. It's not a good thing. Yeah, the good things will come of it, but then there'll be a lot more pregnancies and domestic violence and divorces and murders,
But do you think COVID is real? Because there's a lot of conspiracy theories going about.
I think that it depends on your definition of real. I think there is an illness that is killing people. I don't at the moment. I'm leaning towards it wasn't naturally generated. It was manufactured. The fact that the 201 event happened in October is very suspicious to me, because on 7/7 we had a mock training event. Like, I don't buy that for 1 minute. So yeah, I think there's an agenda. I'm not full-fledged like thinking it.
So, would you say COVID has anything to do with 5G?
I would say that I haven't looked into it. I think that the fact that China has torn down its 5G masts is indicative that there is something wrong. I've seen footage, although very sporadic, of trees being affected on one side and flourishing on the other away from the mast. I don't know is the answer. I guess that any technology, so mobile communications in general, it's not good to hold the phone to your ear. It's not good to keep it in your bra for sure if you're a lady.
Or pockets.
Yeah, close to your skin, because even though it's a very, it's only a carrier, it's not the transmitter, it is still picking up something that is not naturally occurring in our bodies and shouldn't be focused upon. But I guess, no, I personally think that COVID was probably manufactured and it became more virulent than they expected. I think the fact that it made its way to London but didn't reach Beijing, is a very strange thing.
No one can explain that.
Yeah, I think that it's a weapon rather than it's a plandemic is the word I've heard. I think that the fact that it could affect people's salvation, that it can affect how willing people are to follow authoritarian, big government directives is very telling. And for sure, this 201 event, if people want to just Google that and have a look, it's bizarre. In October last year, 14 heads of state were given a tabletop exercise for a global pandemic, and that to me is bizarre timing. It's like 2 months before it appeared on the global scene. They're planning their economic response. And basically Bill Gates has said there's never let a good crisis go to waste. He's spoken about population control in terms of the environment is always cited, but there were like 7 people on the planet. We are affecting the environment, and for sure it's better now that people are staying at home.
Sir, can you give us a few tips on fitness and how to gain muscles like you have?
Well, gyms are just before he starts. He's smoking a joint, so don't trust anything he says. But carry on.
No, it's just a roll up.
All right. Well, to be fair, I'm sure he could be entitled to do that even if he's a 7-day gym goer.
Yep.
So let's hear what he says and what opinions and tips he can give us.
Honestly, it's not a one fit all thing. It's you gotta understand what your body type is, and once you do that, you need to put that into your routine. So I'm a natural ectomorph, which means someone who's skinny but struggles to put on muscle but doesn't retain any fat. So I'm lucky in that regard that I can eat what I want and not put on the pounds, but just focus on the training. And there's some people who are naturally put on the fat, so they need to incorporate cardio and to be wary of the calories they eat. So vegetarian, not all vegetables, you need your meat as well.
Would you like a biscuit?
Biscuits.
I'd rather pass on that. No? Okay.
So once that's done, the best way to train, I would say, is give 2 body parts a day for 5 days. So say chest and triceps, back and biceps the next day, legs the next day,
Shoulders and abs.
Shoulders and abs. And
Okay, who do you think is the most perfect athlete in the world out there?
Tyson Fury.
That's what you claim. Okay, so that's that one.
Or Derek Chisora.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know, I'm not really into that stuff.
I mean, would you say you're an Arnie fan or a bit of Arnie or I don't know?
Arnie, you know, it's great. I like the powerlifters as well.
John Cena?
Eddie Hall is pretty hilarious.
John Cena a bit?
John Cena, I've always been an Undertaker fan.
Oh dear, okay.
I quite like Nigel Farage.
Oh yeah, you like his 8-pack?
Nigel Farage is a great athlete, and wait, he is also a great athlete.
Okay, Nigel Farage's a good one. Lots we can learn from him in terms of health and fitness and nutrition. All right, okay. Well, you do look a bit like Chris Hemsworth. Just need the hammer, really. So.
Who's Chris Hemsworth?
The guy who plays Thor.
Thor.
Okay.
Sure, you know him. Come on.
When I have my hair down, so I've got a ponytail. When I have my hair down, I look like he's Hugh Jackman's brother in X-Men.
What's his name?
Sabretooth.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, keep up the fitness, and make sure you top up these healthy drinks and non-alcoholic beverages. That's it. Oh. It's not just a drink; it's M&S drink. So.
They make the best cocktails in town.
Oh right. Okay.
Ask Diane Abbott.
Oh right. Okay. Cheers. How are you, sir?
Very good, very good.
So he heard in Iraq about Israel. You were like, let's come over, film this argument. We're agreeing about Israel.
That's boring. No one wants to see that.
No one wants to see this, so there's no argument about Israel. Sorry.
Who would you say you're missing the most here at Speaker's Corner while we're off?
It has to be DCCI.
Oh right. Okay.
That too, yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
Gilad Bad.
Who is Rat Boy?
He's allowed back.
How would you describe Rat Boy in one sentence?
In one set. Oh, big close up. Big close up.
I mean, why a Rat Man?
Rat Boy in one sentence.
It's like cigarette in his mouth. Yeah, suck your mum. That's Rat Boy in one sentence.
Suck your mom, pussyo. That's his main quote.
Didn't he actually had his live stream on and he said the N word.
Like, I think he called somebody a nigger or something.
Is that what Jedi called him out?
But yeah, he called one of the people from gang nigger, and then they called him out on it, and he was like, just chatting shit, bro, just chatting shit. He was really scared.
And then he got drunk and then he said he was going to punch some dudes.
Is he banned from here at the moment?
I don't think he's banned anymore, but he said he was going to retire from Speaker's Corner, which is good.
Retire from
Oh, chest! I can't breathe!
I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Pour me a raisin head.
What's going